The first thing you want to do is set up an artboard so you can have your color reference right next to your line art. Sort of similar to what we did in the whale illustration, except this is going to be a little different. So, on your layer, right click and select Artboard from Layers. This opens up. Go ahead and name it. I'm just going to type in line art. Say OK, and now we get an actual line art artboard. You can see it's sort of surrounded here. If we click on this up here, you can see it sort of handles around here. Alright, we're going to go ahead and add another artboard, and the way you do this, just make sure you're on the move tool and then click on the word line art. When you do, you can see a little series of plus signs around your artwork. Go ahead and click on this one on the right and it sets up an artboard. Okay, you can see it right here. Okay, so before we go ahead and add our color reference, what I'm going to do is take out the white from this particular picture. All the white has to be deleted from this line art. So just make sure you select the layer, come on up to select, click on color range, and when you come outside the color range window with the cursor, it changes to an eyedropper. Just pick out, select the white area, say OK, and now all the white area is selected. So you're going to see a little change here in the thumbnail that's in the layer. But go ahead and hit delete, hit Command D as in David, and you can see there's a little checkerboard background in this icon, which means all the white has been taken out. Okay, now let's go ahead and select this artboard. So make sure it's selected. You see handles around it. Go up to File and place the color reference that you're going to be using for this comic. So I'm going to select this one. When it opens up, just make it a little larger, but instead of just dragging, if you just drag the corner, it restrains the dimension of proportions, but instead hold down the Option or Alt in window and then drag out, and it grows from the center out. So make it about the same size as the actual piece itself that's over here, and then hit return or hit enter, and now you have your color reference on this side. So when you begin this, you're going to start adding layers below. One of the fastest ways to add layers below is just hold down the Command key, click on the plus sign on your layer, new layer, and the layers go right below. Once you start to get your layers below, you're going to start to select that layer and then begin coloring. So you can be using, let's say, maybe a paintbrush to color detailed areas. So if I hit the B for the paintbrush, and if I hold down the Option key or Alt on a window and I pick a color, let's just say over here. Now remember, you don't have to use these same colors, but you can just use them for reference and choose your own. So let's just say right here I want to pick on this area here of the vest, the tie down, and with this layer selected, I just have to go ahead and paint underneath the area here, and then just start to work this like this. And then to get a little more detail, I start to use the lasso tool to select these areas here. So now, as you can see, I turn off the artwork, the colors under the artwork, the color traps the artwork. So this is just the beginning of doing layer by layer by layer for every color that you have. The best thing is to do is start work from the background and work forward. And that concludes this tutorial.